Good day everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick, we're on the Atari 2600. I'm looking at an arcade conversion. This one is Spy Hunter. The arcade game was by Bally Midway in 1983, and I think the conversion for most computers was by US Gold in 1984. Now it's heavily influenced by James Bond without having the James Bond license, but we control a car which will be machine gunning its way past enemies, firing missiles if we find any, and there's oil slicks and smoke screens also, which you get with docking with your like a support van, and there it is. So here I come. Let's see how this one plays. It's a little bit slippery. My main play of Spy Hunter back in the day was on the ZX Spectrum. This plays very differently to that. So enemies will try and bump you off the side of the road or run into you. So let's just keep going. There's a timer ticking in the middle. I've blown up already. On the Spectrum version and the arcade versions and every other version, you can go into the water by going over a side sort of like route or turn off the motorway, so I'll keep my eye out for that. The conversion didn't actually make it onto the Commodore Amiga or Atari 2600, but it was a rather decent clone called Major Motion, so look out for that now. I should be able to get a weapon in this thing. Look out for it. I've got something. Don't know what that is. Let's try out. It's a smoke screen. Well, I hope that is that, or we're just ditching the chemical toilet from behind. But either way, it's going to cause people behind us to think twice before knocking us off the road. Kaboom! Kaboom! The game goes on forever until you actually die. Yeah, I want to get to the boat stuff. And there is a helicopter that turns up every now and again. So if I get to that, I will consider this review a success. These reviews aren't about expert gameplay, they're about seeing how the game would have played back in the day, and would there been enough there to want to go back and play it again. And it's moving quite fast, and if I had an Atari 2600, I would have played this again. It's good, it's cool. Takes a bit getting used to. It moves very different than the Spectrum version. Oh, look at that, I guess that's an oil slick, is it? Everyone in the oil slick will die. Die, oil slickers. This is pretty good fun, this. Boom, kaboom, splat, kaboom. There's only one player. I don't know if it was supposed to have the James Bond license originally. It would have been quite expensive, but Spy Hunter is a classic title. I haven't played it in the arcades, but played a few different versions. I think the Game Boy Advance version was pretty bad. All the other versions don't seem to be, too awful. Let's go. Attack. Now, some of these vehicles are out to kill us. Some of them will just be pedestrians. Oh look, another weapon. Let's what's in there. Scores ticking up, so we've got the machine gun. I'm not sure what else we've got. Maybe that's the missile. Can't seem to fire that thing. I think it only gets activated when a helicopter turns up. Come on, Nick. Let's get to the water stage. Here it is. It is the water stage. So that just turns up naturally. I'm in the boat now. Oh, marvellous. I'm loving this. So different to all the other versions then, it just turns into a water stage. On the other versions you could probably avoid all the water if you wanted to, because you have to go down a special road to get there. Everyone's your enemy in this sort of like stage. Watch out for the black bits. I think they might represent like that. That represents a log. Bash into that and you're doomed. This is pretty cool, this. Comment below if you've owned any version of Spy Hunter. Tell us what versions you've played and what ones you think are the best. The best one for me is ZX Spectrum, but that is nostalgia talking, because as I say, as conversions go, it's probably quite far away from the original experience. There was a Spy Hunter 2. I think that might have come out on the PlayStation, I'm not sure. Maybe something to catch up with sometime. I'm doomed. This is good fun. It's being played because of a recommendation. We did live stream it probably about a year or so ago, but I never got round to reviewing the thing. So the arcade cabinet was in 1983. I think this conversion was in 1984 by US Gold, I think. Certainly US Gold did all the other conversions. They might not have done this one, but if you know better, then let me know. Here we come with the white car. It's always a white car. I don't know what type of car it is. Maybe it's a Porsche or something. But for Atari 2600, this is doing good stuff. It's moving pretty fast. I think the if you get far enough into it, the green bars either side will change to different colours to represent different terrain as you go through. Go James Bond, go! But it isn't James Bond, it's some other fool. The spy who crashed a lot. Support van. Whoops. Now occasionally we might go over puddles. That will cause us to change direction a little bit. Quite often we won't crash at all. Come on, Nick, your voice must hold together. Got a bit of a tickly throat here. Right, brown behind. Yes, anyway. That's something you want to avoid. If the car in front of you squirting brown goo at you, you really need to think about changing lanes. It's probably an offence. 2 points. Oh man, 2 points on your licence. Those blue cars with the spikes on, they were red cars on the Spectrum version. Moved quite a bit slower. We're going at lightning speed here. If you've played the arcade cabinet, let me know. Did you complete it? I don't think I know anyone that completed it. Did it finish? Probably. Machine gun away. I shouldn't be allowed on the road, really. If you're liking your Atari 2600 stuff, we do have a playlist there. Over 50 games reviewed at time of recording. Well, it's never going to be less unless some disappear. But yeah, so click on my username if you want to get to those. Take you to the channel page. Oil Slick. And then put on playlists. Atari 2600. Hurrah! I'm enjoying playing these games, catching up with them. My first computer was a Spectrum, so I was a bit late for the Atari 2600. But these are pretty cool too. I like seeing the differences and getting an idea of the experiences that other people would have had growing up. Super retro. If you haven't already and you're liking this kind of stupidity, then please consider subscribing, and a huge thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far, in particular to the members which are keeping this thing on the road. And I'm trying to keep this car on the road, that's not doing a very good job. There we go. I'm keeping the channel on the road, but not the car on the road. Oh, it's got a bit blue. Oh, that's it. I think we should have another go of this thing. See if we can get to the water again. The waters of doom. Spy Hunter, I'm told, was turned into a pinball machine as well by Bally Midway, who did a lot of pinball machines, but I've never seen it. No siree Bob. This is the bit where someone says, Nick, you've already reviewed it. Well, okay. Right. Off we go again on our last go. In the Spectrum version, you can blow up that red van. I don't think you can do it here. We've just left our own devices. It's a pretty cool car. Is it an Aston Martin? Is it a Porsche? Is it something else? Is it a white rectangle with wheels on the side? Well, I do not know. We need it in higher res to see, but this is 8-bit glory. Very, very wide road here. Give us a good weapon, please. It's the smoke screen. The brown gunge from the back of the car. Flush. Oh no. As soon as you crash, you lose all the weapons you may have picked up. It'd be good if I could somehow get to the helicopter in here. What we're going to get now, that's more brown goo. Whoops, those blue cars with the spikes on are bad news. I think the orange cars are pedestrians, but they still might get in your way. This is not really an ideal route you want to go to work, really. There's a lot of trouble on this road. There's no ambulances, though, I can see. Right, going this fast, it's a bit difficult to see where you're going. Let's get another weapon. Give me the oil slick or a missile or something, baby. It's the oil slick. Hey, look at that. No one can see where they're going with that thing. Splish, splosh, splish. Another weapon. They've been very generous with the weapons. We've got more oil. Oh dear, as I drive onto the grass. And as we always know, if you drive onto grass, your car will explode. Tricky stuff, grass. Unless it isn't grass. Maybe it's AstroTurf of Doom. He's weaving a bit. Right, what's that beeping? Does that mean there's the bridge? Come on, we've got to get to the water, sir. Oh man, if you crash into any cars, you're doomed straight away. Good, there's lots of support bands on this go. Takes a few goes to get used to this, but don't get disheartened if you're not good straight away. The controls are quite slippery. Sometimes you have to slow down to like judge getting around certain vehicles. Like if he goes off the screen, I think it's been forgotten about. Right, into the water we go. Splish splash, we were taking a bath. Splish splash. Right, keep weaving. If I keep weaving, I'm bound to get round these black rocks, ain't I? Surely. Speedboat. It wouldn't be James Bond without a speedboat, or is it a little Millennium Falcon there? Maybe. Dooby-dooby-doo. Come on, let's get through the water. Let's get to the next stage. This is the Canal of Doom. I don't think that was a James Bond movie, was it? The Canal of Doom? Dr. No was the first one. Oh. I think my favourite James Bond is still Pierce Brosnan. Don't know if that's everyone agrees. I like Sean Connery as well. Anyway. Kaboom. Kasplat. Must be coming up to the end. Here we go. I've got through the waterways. Good, well done. I've survived. The review is a success, kind of. I think we've been given a missile, but I'm not quite sure how to shoot the thing on this, well, this, whatever I'm using, keyboard. Boo! Right, there's an alert system somewhere. I think that might be in an extra car or an extra life. Now, so we're in brown territory, which that means we've completed the level. I think the colours have changed. There it is, the helicopter. Don't get hit by that thing. Oh, I think I fired a missile and missed. Well, there we go. I really like that game. I could play it for quite some time there. But yeah, well worth tracking down if you own an Atari 2600 or emulation. So I hope you like having a look at that one. Good game, that. Spy Hunter by US Gold in 1984, based on the arcade cabinet from Bally Midway in 1983. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, any experiences you want to share regarding the games, then please put that in the comment section below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself. Watch out for brown stuff squirting from behind if you're following a car at close quarters. That's what we've learned from this. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.